Dude, what in the
Oh
world?
my gosh. Way to go. Incredible. That was so incredible.
What a week.
Oh,
It's just a Wednesday.
yeah. Classic Wednesday. Sarah Hildebrandt, could you take me through what this day was like, starting from the weigh-ins on?
Chaos. You like prepare for unknowns and stuff, but this was beyond anything. Yeah, was at weigh-ins, and just obviously you notice your opponent's not there. Knew she was kind of struggling. Saw her in the saunas this morning, so I knew it was a possibility. I didn't want to get wrapped up in it, so I weighed in, pieced out. Somebody was on the floor there to kind of keep me updated and stuff like that. I get a phone call on my way to go eat breakfast. She missed weight. She's out. You're Olympic champion. I'm like, okay, let's confirm it. 10 minutes later, get calls confirmed.
What?
News is spread to everybody. We're crying, hugging. You just won the Olympics. Oh my God. And then about maybe an hour later, I get a call. Bring your shoes. You have to wrestle tonight. You are psych. You are not Olympic champ. It's such a roller coaster. I had to instantly refocus. My plans for the day, when I originally thought I was going to have a match, I had a very set schedule. Obviously, then when I thought I won, the plan had done past things that I needed to do, or time frames had already passed. So it was crazy. We had to refocus very quickly, and it felt like it got very serious very quickly, and just kind of dealing with all those emotions and chaos.
Was there any period of time between thinking you're the Olympic champion and finding out you have to wrestle? Is there anger? What's the in-between emotion between the refocusing?
It was a mixed thing. Like, there was a lot of like, oh, this doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Because, oh my gosh, I want this. But then there was also like, no, I want to get on the mat. I want to wrestle. I want to win it that way. And I did want to wrestle. And I think this would not be the same if I hadn't wrestled. So I know there's like, oh, should it have been this? Should have been that? Does this make sense? Whatever. I'm just glad I got to lace up my shoes, warm up with my brother again one last time, and just like enjoy this moment,
Talking about the moment, what was it like? Clock strikes 0, the moment you're the Olympic champion. Describe that moment.
I can't even. It's crazy. Like, I think I'm actually in shock or something, because it's like emotions feel so like. I feel like I'm feeling everything, and just so much of this journey is like flashing in my head, and I'm just like, holy cow, I can't even. I feel so filled with gratitude and just thinking back, reflecting on it all. It's unreal. It's unreal.
The match itself, 3-0 win. Tight. You had a little squirmy. She was never really close to scoring, but anytime, 2-point, 3-point match, a little dicey. Is that how you thought the match would materialize?
I like to put points on the board. So I would have liked to have a little more. I did think it was going to be a tight match. I think high-stake matches kind of tighten everybody up. I think her game plan going in, I knew she was going to be a little clingy. And I didn't want to over-wrestle to a point where I just did something stupid because my pride and ego was like, you need to score 45 points. It's like, dude, just be smart. Be present. And I did feel like that. I didn't ever really feel threatened, and so I didn't need to kind of overexert myself. At the end of the day, would I love to put more points up? For sure, but at the end of the day, this is what I was
That's
asking.
right. Exactly. When you got the takedown, it seemed like you were kind of close on the lace. Were you close to?
Dude, I was close. I was close. Oh, I thought I was
thought
close.
so too.
I just needed one more. I honestly thought they were gonna let me go. If they would have let me go another 5 seconds, I think we would have had a lace in there.
Awesome. I mean, I'm thinking back. Did you hit any laces in the Olympics? I mean, it's kind of your hallmark.
I did just the first match.
Yeah.
I think just the first match. The first match we opened up with the lace,
That's
which
right.
I loved because it's nice to start the Olympics with something that is definitely, I feel like a little known for. So it was good. It was a good opening match, and then it really just opened the doors for. I feel like I scored so many ways this week.
Yes.
So many different types of takedowns and scrambles and ankle picks, front headlocks, single legs, high C's. I'm like, let's go, reversals.
Yeah.
So I'm proud of that.
Beating Mongolia, the previous 2 years at the World Championships, getting that done. What stood out to me, not just that you scored 5 points, there were a lot of times she almost scored, and you fought out of so many tough situations. What's the mentality like when she's so close to scoring on you like that?
I am absolutely willing to do whatever it takes to not get scored on. I mean, I remember just telling myself, like, no, absolutely not. It's too early in the period for her to score. If this was 30 seconds left, maybe I could give up a takedown. But I mean, I definitely put my knee in a really funky position, pay the price a little bit, kind of bum knee going into today. We had to be really smart about that, have good people around me kind of healing up. But yeah, it was just pure the will. I just remember that word will. I'm going to will this. This is my will. Playing in my head over and over and over in that match. And those were what the scrambles were. I'm like, we're just going to wrestle. And that's something me and my brother worked a lot on, is just like, just wrestling through every position. Just go, keep wrestling.
USA, what an amazing start. You and Amit. 2 gold medals. I mean, we had Team USA women's freestyle had 2 total Olympic gold medals coming into this Olympics. Now we've doubled it with you and Amit. Just describe what this means for women's wrestling in America.
How cool. I mean, you can see it, you can feel it, women's wrestling, the energy, the growth, the support. And this just kind of all feeds it. They're all feeding each other. It's a wonderful cycle, and it's so cool to follow up with me with this and be with her, and I'm just so excited for the women coming up. I know that they have some work to do that they're going to get done, and I 100% believe in them. Yeah,
talking with Coach Steiner before, he said to me, he's like, I feel like Amit and Sarah can get us off to a hot start, and then anything can happen from there. Do you feel like, there's a question, can momentum be a real thing for a sport like wrestling? Do you feel like it could be?
Absolutely. I felt the momentum from Amit for sure, and then you do something like this where, 2 gold medals in the same Olympics. It's like, it's hard not to feel that energy and that belief, and just to let it fly. I think that's like, Amit does such a good job of just like trusting herself when she goes out there, and that's something that inspires me, and I try to emulate and be like that for myself today, and I think that inspires the girls coming next. And this is how wrestling becomes a team sport, is this type of energy.
Yeah, it was truly amazing to watch. I remember speaking with you in Tokyo after the Olympic Games, and there was a lot of kind of uncertainty for you. It was the weight. Which weight would you go? 50 is obviously a difficult weight cut. Would you even continue? Right? What was the process to get back to this point, and how thankful are you that you decided to stay the course, stay at 50, now you're the Olympic champion?
I did not have any intentions of wrestling after Tokyo. Like, even when I had won the bronze medal, I was like, I'm done. I went on a run afterwards. They're like, we need to know if you're going to go to World Championships in 2021. And I was like, heck no. Went on a run. I had this like moment where I was like, yeah, go to World Championships. And then that kind of just, I medaled there. So I had the final spot. It just it was a short quad. I'm like, okay, we're going to do this, but I have some changes to make. I knew I could not repeat the quad that I did in Tokyo. It was too mechanical. My whole humanness was just sucked out of wrestling. I'm like, why would I keep doing that? So I made a lot of changes, and I'm so glad I did, because I grew as a woman and a wrestler, and I got to experience this, and I've also won a medal, and it's everything, I really, though, the growth has just Sarah is what I'm most grateful for.
Maybe could you speak to just one of those changes you found?
Letting myself feel things. Like, I felt like I had to numb myself to everything. Emotions, everything. Like, I didn't, but I thought it was like a weakness to allow myself to feel any emotion. And it just took all the humanness out of me until I was just a machine, and I hated it. And then when I lost, I felt like I was nothing at Tokyo, because there was nothing. There was no Sarah in my wrestling. I was just stale. And so I slowly I felt like I had like dammed up all of my feeling, and after Tokyo it was just like released. And now I was like, I've got to change. I got to be Sarah. And so just letting myself feel my emotions and not judge them, and just feel it all. Like, this is such an insane experience, and I'm gonna feel the spectrum of every single emotion. It's insane.
Incredible.
Yeah. Before we go, can you talk about the people around you and just how they've helped get you to this point?
No, there's so many people. You know, my coach Izzy, who's just, we've been trucking away at this and chipping away for so long, and he's just a mastermind, and he's helped and added so much to this. And then Terry Steiner, obviously, just been in my corner since the get. And but Drew, it's all Drew, man. It's Drew. I don't even. There's no way I could do this without him. The things he's added from a technical standpoint, literally everything we've worked on, you know, coming from everybody's minds, but he was the one who was stepping on the mat and training with me with it, you know. It was a team effort like that, collaborative. That was obviously super relevant in the tournament this week, but just from, you know, he's just vibes for days. Mm-hmm. He is just such a great time and just a perspective shift constantly. It's easy to get wrapped up in I need this, and then you turn and look at your brother who's just like dude, you're just the bomb. Look what we're doing. We're getting right. We're training for the Olympics, or we're holy cow, there's the Eiffel Tower right there. We're cutting weight. It's like, it's just crazy stuff like that, you know. Perspective always, and I absolutely can say that all of these people around me, no way I get this without them, 100%.
What do you remember about the decision to go 50 in the beginning when you first decided? How did it originate?
So actually before 2019 Worlds, I was walking around at like 52. I was wrestling 53, and so it was kind of brewing in my mind. I had a bad World Championships, which ended up being a blessing because had I medaled, I would have had the bye to the finals and the Olympic trials and would have stayed at 53. I lost at Worlds, and still kind of in the back of my mind. The coaches kind of came up to me and also kind of threw it out there because at the time, me, Jakar, and Helen were all planning on going 53. And the coaches' brains were like, no. So I was walking around, you know, weighing in, you know, a kilo under 53. So, and then of course I commit to 50, gained 3 kilos. I'm like, cool. No. But yeah, it was funny. Terry was like, just make it 2 times, just Olympic trials and the Olympics. I'm like, yeah. Here we are, 4 years later. Like, Terry, no more. But it was actually really cool. It reinvigorated me, it just like energized me because I had to make changes, and so forced me to look at things differently. And I think it ended up adding a lot to my whole lifestyle.
Sarah, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Very inspiring. We're so happy. Everyone back in America is so happy. And yeah, thanks. Enjoy this moment.
Thank you. Thank you.